Hello, dear friends of the orchestra. My name is Noam Massarik, and I'm a double bassist at the orchestra. I hope you're all safe and healthy, and that we all together will soon be going to our normal lives and out of this strange and very unique times. Here in Israel, as the daily life goes slowly back to normal, or at least the new normal, the orchestra is still not able to perform and play live concerts. And I see the thing that, for me especially, I really miss it. I really miss this experience of being on stage and sharing the sound with you guys and with the audience and the rest of the orchestra. Today I'd like to share with you a little playlist that I put together, and I tried to look for recordings that first of all were personal to me, and second of all captured this special and unique moment and music making of the present moment. Because sometimes I feel, although we are surrounding with the best recordings of the best musicians, it's quite rare in my eyes and ears to find something that is honest and has this quality of a live performance that invites you to be in the same room with the musicians creating their art and their sound. So first on my list, I want to share with you this wonderful recording of Serge Kusevitsky, who was a virtuoso double bassist at the beginning of the last century. Here he plays his own piece. He was also a composer, and we have a few pieces written by him, including also a famous concerto. So here he plays a short piece called Valse Miniature. Sometimes I think it's a bit maybe old-fashioned in the way he plays it, but in my opinion it's one of the best soul double bass recordings. It really captures a certain moment in the past and a way of playing that is so warm and intimate. It's really hard to come across something so unique like this one. And the next one is a more known piece, let's say. It's the pictures at an exhibition by Modest Mussorgsky with the orchestration of Maurice Ravel. But it's actually the first recording of the piece, and it's performed by the Boston Symphony with the direction of the same Serge Kusevitsky, who was from us bass players. He firstly known as a bass player, but he was actually the musical director of the Boston Symphony from the 20s till the 50s. So he was the one who commissioned from Ravel this orchestration for the piece, and here you can find the first recording of it. It really has a very unique quality, and some moments are really not like any other recording. I really feel it has such a specific interpretation and color. It's a very unique recording. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Another recording I want to share with you is from a very special evening in 1950 in New York City. It's from an album by the jazz musician Charlie Parker, who was one of the most influential musicians of the last century. He was part of this unique, innovative, like stream of musical movement of the bebop era from the 40s. And this one is a live concert or show in a club called Birdland. The name of the title of the album is One Night in Birdland, and it's sort of a bootleg recording. It's not a professional recording in a studio with the right equipment. It's not the best quality recording wise, but it gives us a glimpse of an incredible evening with an all-star jazz group that usually were not playing together on records, because each one of them was signed on a different record label. So you get to hear this incredible ensemble of the really lead musicians of this time, of the bebop era. It's Charlie Parker on alto saxophone, Fats Navarro on trumpet, Art Blakey on drums, and the great Bud Powell on piano. Curly Russell is playing bass there. And it's one tune from this double album. It's a double record, and the tune called Wahoo. It's really wild. I think it's more wild than than the usual result of recordings in studios. The studio recordings of Charlie Parker are amazing, but they're quite different from this particular. The eventual music making is quite something. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Two other things, pieces on my list are two pieces by Ligeti. I chose to put them from a different perspective of missing the concert hall. These two pieces, they're actually quite similar in a sense, but one piece is for a choir and the other is for an orchestra. The choir one is Lux Aeterna, and the orchestra piece called Atmospheres. In both, Ligeti is using a technique of composing that he kind of developed called micropolyphony, and he takes each of these groups in each piece and breaks it to many individual groups. Each plays a sort of canon of a small theme that goes through these tiny groups, but each of them is changing the rhythm of it slowly and in different rhythms. The solution of it, the music itself that is created by this technique, is when you first hear it, you might think it's an electronic sound of some sort, maybe a synthesizer or some kind of a machine humming very gently in the background, but it's almost unbelievable that it's being created by human voices and a string orchestra and a symphonic orchestra. It is very unique, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And me personally, I'm really waiting for the orchestra to perform Atmospheres at one point. hopefully in the future, in the near future. And I really think that being in a concert hall and feeling this substance of sound emerge from the silence is a very unique experience. Luckily, I believe it does translate through a recording, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it with this kind of point of view and curiosity for the sound that emerges from the silence, and how tricky it is to confuse it with something that is like electronic. I think it's a very interesting piece. Another piece on my list is Yudi Menuhin playing the Prokofiev First Violin Sonata. I believe this sonata was premiered by David Oistrakh, but I stumbled. I heard it at some moment in the past. I found this recording of Menuhin, and I think it's so unique. I really feel I'm part of this recording each time I listen to it. It's as if I am sitting in the room with the musicians and being part of what they're creating. It's so unique and so beautiful. Both the piece, the violin sonata, is just an extraordinary piece, very deep. And the way Yudi Menuhin is playing it is, without words. So, I hope you'll enjoy this list of mine, and hope you'll relate to the feelings I have when I listen to these pieces. And hopefully we will all meet together soon in the concert hall and create music together, you as an audience, creating the silence that is so special and important for us to bring the music into it. And hope to see you soon. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you.